Drake definitely put Toronto on the map, and that opened the lane. You know, actually in many ways, it's like, aside from just being Canadian, also like sound-wise, people became more accepting of the fact that you can blend in hip-hop and R&B with all Drake stuff, and like, I guess like, people stemming from Toronto just kind of carried the vibe that Drake brought into the city, and you know, it's just like, yeah, it all literally stemmed from Drake. Like before that, it wasn't really much popping in Toronto. And then afterwards, now you got like all kinds of people. It's become like the tastemaker for like, I guess, the new music, because people are experimenting all kinds of stuff. It's a really new scene. Like every city, I feel like, has their own vibe, and it definitely becomes a part of the artist. Like, I mean, you don't see like people out in Cali making cold music like Toronto. You know, Cali has its own sound. New York has its own a bit harder sound. Like Toronto's always been like the cold, lonely city. Like it's always fucking snowing and shit. No one wants to go out. They all kick it at home. So, you know what I mean? Like, it just kind of, the city kind of envelops you, I guess, in a way. So it's like, you know, even like unwillingly, everything kind of starts meshing in. And if it doesn't, it sticks out like a sore thumb. And I feel like if you're actually like, you know, making music out of Toronto, you're gonna eventually like roll around the same lane anyways, one way or another. I had no clue what they were gonna play it. I didn't hear it being played live or anything. It's just like I found out afterwards. Like, I was in the Dominican, and it's like I had like shitty Wi-Fi there. I opened my Twitter. I just see like people going off like, yo, Drake's playing you on the set, Drake's playing you on the set. I was like, get the fuck out of here, man, you're lying. So then I got back to Toronto and I played through the set, and I heard it, and I was like, oh, I guess so, you know what I mean? Like, I guess like, you know, they saw us from Toronto. They thought the song was dope, so of course, like, you know, they're always showing love to the city. Like OVO Sound Radio is like, a lot of artists are from Toronto. So I guess that's like it's like part of what they do, right? It's like they're putting the city on the map. It puts you on a platform where it's like not many artists are on, and it's like you have all these listeners, and you have like fan bases that normally I might not be hitting, tapping in, and maybe they like what I'm doing. Like, because before him, like the biggest artist, I was working with Skizzy Mars. He's from New York, so it's like I had a bigger buzz in the U.S. than I did back home. Because basically, like, what it is, like, a lot of artists in Canada, they want to reach out to the States. But it's like, I kind of had that plug immediately. So it was like, I was popping here, but people in Toronto didn't really even know I was from Toronto. And that OVO thing kind of leveled the playing field. So it's like, people are aware of it in the city now. People are aware of it over here. So it's like, you know, it introduced like a lot of different listeners, a lot of new ears on the music. It was just it was a good look all around.